Now, we are thrilled to have our colleague and friend, Kerri-Anne Kennerley, back on the panel this morning. You don't mind if I call you Kat, do you?
Everybody calls me Kat.
Yes.
You know, K-A-K on all the rundowns, I've always been Kat, so I've never had a problem.
You're always Kako to me. How are you?
Look, I'm fine. Can I just say how, from my point of view, been away for a couple of weeks, taking a deep breath, getting some fresh air, but how nice it is to actually come back and sit with people who I've known in the last few months. And I've only been with you guys in a few months. But the sense of generosity of spirit, of genuineness, and having been in the industry for about 50 years, you don't always find that. So
no, you don't.
I'm very, very grateful. You're a good bunch of people, not only here on the couch, but behind all the scenes, the people we work through. There is a genuineness which I hugely value. So I'm so grateful to be there.
We're grateful for you.
We're all behind you, Kerri-Anne, and we've been thinking so much about you and what you've been going through over the past few weeks. What's it been like to go through all of that?
Look, it was a shock because I thought I would really have John for many, many, many years to come. And a lot of things happened very quickly, so it was a terrible shock. But, you know, because there was, after he had the accident, there was always next, okay? Get breathing, get eating, the next stage, which wheelchair do you get? Rehab this. So there was always a next. And even in the last few weeks, there was a next, okay, what treatment? And all of a sudden, there's no next. And I liken it to sort of being sucked into that universe black hole where everything is so dense. You're in this black hole, it's so dense, not even light can get out. But that said, John and I have been a team for too many years, so many years. And we always were together, we thought of as two, and now there's only one. It hurts, but I still think how he would expect me to act, to be. And there's a lot of decisions being made. Oh, OK. Thank you, Joe. There are a lot of decisions when you get to these circumstances. So my primary thought process is, OK, how would John react? What would John want me to do? How does this work? And that's really comforting. It's not fair, but life happens. I don't know who plans it, but there's something. And I've got my little anchor, and this is what they call a galleon anchor.
From the old ship?
Yeah, from the very, very old galleons. And in 1981, when I was hired as the anchor on Good Morning Australia, John actually had Nick Gironi make that up for me. And I have worn this, especially on every brand new show, any production, as my good luck charm, because I knew I always had John close to me.
He's still here.
Yeah.
You know what I loved was when you got Hall of Fame and he came for that.
Yeah.
I mean, that was just so special.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Without question. It was so important to have him there. He wanted to be there.
Yeah.
It wasn't easy. But it's just, I get more comfort out of the fact that we think as two. Because that's who I've been.
It's such a love story.
It is, isn't it? It's
Kerri-Anne.
wonderful to have had that, to have shared that part, so many years of your life, and this wonderful life that show business has given you. To share that with somebody is just absolutely fantastic. Because I'm very envious.
Well, he had nothing to do with the business, but he taught me so much. He was such a highly intelligent person, and you grow as human beings. You know, your marriage at the beginning is not the marriage 35 years later. You are different people. And I think we both taught each other, but the one single that we never argued, there was never...
Really?
No. I mean, I'm not saying that there weren't a few terse moments and disagreements, but we never, ever fought. We would dance around each other a little and then let everything settle down. And I got to say, and John certainly wasn't either, you don't have to unload everything. And he also taught me to compartmentalise, because he was very much the British stiff upper lip. Compartmentalising life is, and luckily I think I learned it through television as well, compartmentalising your life is survival.
Yeah.
I would 100% agree with that.
Do you still feel like you're, I guess, thinking for two or as part of two, or have you had to learn to sort of be one?
No. I'm very happy to stay thinking as two.
Yeah.
Because every decision, and there are lots of things that have to be done at the moment, legal thing, blah, blah, blah. I have to think and let him guide me as to the right thing to do, because he always did the right thing.
People see you on the telly and you are always so immaculately put together, thoroughly researched, so wonderful at what you do. And I've had the great pleasure of sitting next to you, only for a few months, but I've seen you be just on the telly, but in the ad breaks, fielding phone calls with carers at home, organising doctors' trips and making sure everything's okay. You had so much on your shoulders. You were just carrying the world on your shoulders, but no one knew about it. It's only because I sat next to you and I could kind of listening in on your conversations.
She's like that.
I'm very nosy, but I was so blown away by that. Was that part of that compartmentalisation you were talking about?
You've got a multi-skill. That's what girls are good at. Sorry, Joe.
Yeah, no, you're right.
But I don't think people realise just how much you had going on in your life.
Yeah, but I'm not the only one. You just have to. That was the next. Okay, next. And when I was going through this, and I think I've said to Ange, the hole it leaves in your life is so painful. And for you to have to go through it and have a beautiful daughter.
It's the worst thing you can ever go through.
Yeah,
It's
it's a hole that will never be filled. You had to be better because of your daughter.
Yeah, she's had to go on.
I've just got
and
digger.
done it brilliantly.
He is important too.
Yeah. And he's wandering around going, where's Daddy?
Is this your doggy?
Yeah.
But Amelia, by the same token, gives me enormous strength too. She's an incredible little girl.
Shall we break
We're a
hands?
team.
Or we'll just
I think I'm stuck with that, I'm afraid, Denise.
This is the closest I've had to a cuddle for many years.
But we were... So there are some moments that only people like us can understand, like the obscene speed with which the RMS asks for the disabled car sticker back.
Man.
Yep. I think the letter arrived after 4 days. What about you?
Yep, same.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
You know, just little things that only
Where
people
are the
like
drugs?
us know.
Hold on to the drugs. Hold on to the drugs.
But the most important thing, you and I, we've had great support systems.
We have.
I know for a fact the support that I've had from so many people out there, I genuinely thank you. Pick strangers, people who have genuinely felt they wanted to reach out, who I don't know, that I run into, and so many people who have been through same. And just because we're on the telly, you know, some people think it makes it special. No, it doesn't. I fully try and understand the difficulties so many other people without support systems must go through, and that just cuts me up. But I think for two, because John taught me to, because he was the best, kindest person I've ever known.
Oh.
But thank you for your support, everybody, and you guys especially.
Oh, no, we just love you so much.
We're just so thrilled to have you back, and we're
So are all
here.
the viewers.
They are stoked. Let's read out some. Read out some nice messages to take those tears away. All right. So on Facebook, we have Jilly who writes, "It's good to see you back, Kat."
Oh, that's nice.
And Caroline says, welcome back, Kerri-Anne. You are a brave soul.
It certainly is.
I don't think there's any bravery in it. You just have to.
Yeah, there's not an alternative.
Survival.
Adam writes, much love, Kerri-Anne. Best of luck to you, sweetheart.
And Joanne, my namesake, says, love you, Kat. You have been missed.
That's
fantastic.
And finally, Tina says it all. Love you, Kat. We do.
And thank you guys.
We really
you know,
do.
thank everybody, because it is important, that little reach out. And for all the people I haven't gotten back to, and trust me, there's a lot. I apologise, but it is important to reach out. it is important to know that people care. And so thank you.
Well, we are back in just a moment with another Showbiz hit. We'll see you soon, Australia. You're watching Studio 10.
It's Australia's biggest giveaways.
Gives away more prizes in 2 minutes than most shows give away in 2 years.
There's car driveaways.